Ready.
Hi, I'm Chris Montoya, and I sell houses, and this is Paula, and Paula sells, what would you call it? Holistic energy.
Health.
Holistic health. Paula, how are you?
I'm great today. How are you, Chris?
I'm awesome. So we're here at EastWest Harmony.
Harmony.
I always screw that up. The EastWest Harmony. And can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Let's see, where to begin? Woohoo! I have a master's degree in traditional Chinese medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I am also a licensed massage therapist.
Okay.
So my scope here in my practice currently is I specialize in deep tissue massage and sports massage. I actually I was recruited by a doc in LA, and that's how I got into the sports massage and ended up working with the Olympians and the Lakers. So,
very cool.
So I just giggle now. Everybody I work on now, I call them snack size.
For sure.
And then I do whole food supplementation, herbs, Chinese herbs. So it's a holistic approach. So I have patients who come to see me just for body work. I have some that come strictly for nutrition. We're dealing with different, signs, symptoms that they're having possibly from disharmonies in their body. And so we work on getting them proper nutrition, talk about diet, use some herbs. I do a lot of applied kinesiology, which is muscle testing. So if somebody's having some issues, we can see what's at the root of that issue. So I actually have about 100 test files that I will test somebody on so we can get to the root. What's happening? Is this heavy metal? Is this some kind of a food toxicity? Is this a bacteria, a virus?
So since we're talking about athletes and athletics, I noticed in a lot of sports that I see now, I see a lot of circles on guys for some reason. And then I saw this in your shop and I went, I want to talk about this.
Cupping.
Would you like to talk about that?
Yes. Okay. So when you see the athletes, I'll just throw poor, Mr. Phelps out there. He was the first one.
Swimming. You see a lot of it with guys without shirts off.
And so there's a lot of physical therapists that are now using cupping, things like that. When you see the distinct round circles, that is just basically what we refer to in Chinese medicine as stationary cupping. Cupping is a technique that's used to release stagnation in a muscle. So I tell my patients, if we do cupping on you, it's like a deep tissue massage without my elbow. And they prefer that for some reason. But I do what's called walking cups. So I use the traditional glass cups. I light cotton balls on fire, and we get some suction up in that cup and slap it on there. And then I move the cups.
Okay.
And that's what walking cups is. So, and what that does is that just helps to move that stagnation out of those muscles. Because in Chinese medicine, if you're in pain, you have stagnation.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Now I do. So let's switch gears just a little bit. What kind of brought you to Canyon City?
I'm a Fremont County native. I was born and raised here.
So what brought you home?
Well, what brought me home was about 20 years of just going to different places in the country. I ended up in LA, found a hubster. And we had a couple kids, and honestly, that was not where I wanted to raise my family. So we came back here, and I set up my practice because, I wanted to come back to my village to raise my kids.
That makes sense.
So
no, that's awesome. And and that's what I notice a lot about people from Canyon City. Some people are like, oh, Canyon City always just kind of rebound and come back. And I think sometimes it's for better. Well, most of the time I think it's for better. If you've left and you come back, then you realize how truly great Canyon City is. Canyon City is just a great place to raise kids, and it's just so easy of a community to get along in.
Exactly. And that old saying, something about like youth, or something about being wasted on the youth. And,
yes.
Coming back as an adult, getting more involved with like just the history of our community and all the cool things we have here. I mean, granted, apparently there's way more things to do around here than there were when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But, it's just a great community. It's a great place to raise your kids.
What's your favorite thing to do in the community outside of cupping and helping people and torturing people with elbows and deep tissue massage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably, I just love that we have so many great things that we can do outdoors all year long. And we are the banana belt of Colorado.
I say it every time. I think I say it in every interview. We talk about it all the time. And I always encourage people, please look it up, because if just some random salesman telling you something, you don't want to believe that.
Are.
But we're the banana belt of Colorado. We boast the best weather in Colorado. We boast more days of sunshine than anybody else. And honestly, it's great temperate weather. Can be hot a little sometimes, can be cool a little sometimes, but usually not.
Yeah, for my family personally, we try and make the healthiest food choices we can. And for my patients, that's what I'm dealing with them, is a lot of nutrition and stuff. And we have great sources to get to that. We've got Brit, we've got our farmers market. And you drive around town, there are so many little farm stands and things out. So we can get the fresh produce and stuff all summer long. We have access to healthy meats.
Yeah, locally sourced meats. The funny thing is, like,
that's what I love.
Yeah, there's a hamburger
Bunkhouse
Burgers.
That's Kathleen. She was my old manager at Burger King in high school. Just saying.
That's fair. That's fair to say. That's fair to say. But that's here's the thing. You go to like Denver and they're like, oh, we have this great restaurant, locally sourced beef, and it's $50 a hamburger, or something crazy like that in Boulder and Denver and all those crazy places. We're like, oh yeah, that's actually just the burger shop down the joint. Oh, did you want local produce? Oh, that's just Brit down the street. Did you want all this local stuff? And we actually have it all here. For very reasonable, it's a reasonable price, and it's a great community for it. So
it is
awesome. Hey, I really appreciate your time. Did I miss anything that you wanted to talk about briefly? Because I feel like I feel like we went a little fast, but you have so many great things to offer.
One of the things that I do when I do massage is I have a little Itovi scanner, and I do a lot of essential oils with my patients because I found people don't like to take the pills that I would be prescribing in Chinese medicine for the herbs. So I make actual mixtures with the oils based on the Chinese herbs, and they roll it on every day. For my massage clients, we do the Itovi scan. It gives me your top 5 oils or blends, and when we get to the end of your massage, that's what I actually massage into your back for you. It's just a nice little boost to get you going. And it's really fun because my patients come in. I have regular clients that get massage, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and their oils change, and it's really fun to talk to them about what the properties of those oils are and maybe what's going on with them. And sometimes it's all about, maybe something going on in the body, and sometimes they just really need to chill out.
And I knew that was a unique thing that you offered as well. That's why I had to mention it, but I didn't know exactly how to phrase it in. So I wanted to make sure we talked about that.
And the other thing is I am one of the businesses in Fremont County that is still requiring masks in the office. And the reason behind that is I've been treating a lot of autoimmune compromised patients. So I have a lot of my patients who cannot wear or cannot get the vaccine. And I have several of my patients who are still coming to see me that are currently under chemo and different things like that. So I actually went a little crazy on the sanitation. I even have the really cool lights that I flip on in between patients to sanitize my room.
That's awesome.
So
I just wanted to highlight it, and I didn't know where to add it. I was like, I don't want to forget that, because those things are very important. So awesome. Hey, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Chris Montoya, who is gonna sell your house? He'll find you one. Who is sold another one? Chris Montoya.